Dzień dobry, everyone, and welcome to DrupalCamp Wrocław. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. It's what? No, it's not Breslau. All right, but I really didn't feel your energy yet. So can you guys give me like a really good woo? Woo! Not bad, not bad. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Yeah, all right. That's a good way to start. We can work with that. How do we go to the next slide? All right. So let me introduce myself. My name is Adam Juran. On Drupal.org, I'm Scottabooch. That is a very strange Jon Stewart reference. And I'm actually going to throw in here right now that I'm born and raised near Washington, D.C. And I lived 15 years in New York City. And that's one of the reasons why I talk really fast. So if I start running away because I'm excited, please use this gesture. There's going to be a lot of gestures today, but use this one. Slow down. Please, because I really actually want you all to understand what I'm saying up here. I've been a web developer for about 16 years and a Drupalist for 4, and I work remotely for a company called Forum One. We're a full-service digital agency based in the Washington, D.C. area, but I live in Cologne, Germany, where I've been for about a year, and it's an awesome city. We're planning a Drupal camp over the Carnival next in the middle of February. So if you've ever thought about coding in costume, this will be your opportunity. So completely unrelated, this is not my first time in Poland. I was here about 11 years ago singing opera. And that's one of my, it's not actually a hobby, it's my other profession. I'm an opera singer. And singing in Polish was one of the hardest things I ever had to do.
Can you say so?
Not right now. You're going to have to get me really drunk. All right, so now that you know who I am, let's find out who you all are. So we're going to start with the largest group and work down. All right. So when you hear a question that you can answer yes to, raise your hand. So how many people here speak Polish? Yeah, all right, that's good. And how many speak English? Okay, good, because otherwise this would be pointless. How many people here work with Drupal on a daily basis? Cool. And how many of you have contributed patches or code or documentation towards Drupal? All right, smaller, but still good. How many people, any of you maintain contributed modules in Drupal? Yes. And how many of you have contributed or played with Drupal 8? All right, I know it's new, just beta just released. And has anyone contributed code to Drupal 8? Yes, all right. Tomorrow is going to be your opportunity. So let's see, where are we? All right, but now there's other aspects, there's other things that we can all maybe hopefully participate in. How many people here drink beer? Or Poland is also known for its vodka? Yeah. How many people have ever been to a Drupal event before, a camp or a con? Cool. And how many people first time? Also cool. So welcome. So I'm very excited for DrupalCamp Wrocław. It's really hard to say. But I'm sure you all are too. So we're going to tweet and blog and inundate. Sorry, it's a big word. Flood the social media with everything about how awesome this DrupalCamp is. Now, time to get down to business, because we're here to talk about Drupal. So, as you all know, Drupal is open source, and like anything open source, there are some parts that are amazing, and some parts that are not so amazing. So, naturally, all of those of us who work with Drupal every day maybe have a few things that we don't like about it. Things that were maybe cutting edge once upon a time, but now we know they can be done better. And even those of you who have not worked so much with Drupal, I'm sure there's an analogous situation with Symfony or, thank you Mike, WordPress, or whatever software you happen to like working with. So, everyone should think to themselves, what's one thing you really don't like in Drupal. Think to yourself, actually, Caspar, you're in luck. I am going to sing. I'm going to sing the Jeopardy theme. So you guys take about 15 seconds, and whether it's in Drupal or Symfony or whatever you're working most in now, think about one aspect that you don't like. Ready? Da 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 da. You guys know the Jeopardy theme, right? Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's enough. So now I want everyone to, all at once, I'm going to go count to 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to shout out the one thing you do not like about Drupal. All right. So 1, 2, 3.
Spaghetti.
Can't hear you. Try again. Come on.
You need a countdown again.
You gotta get 1, 2, 3. We are not going on until I can hear you guys. 1, 2, 3. All right. We're gonna have to settle for that. Well, as y'all know, this is open source, and so if you want it fixed, you kind of gotta fix it yourself. Yep, that's right. So whatever you just shouted out, you committed yourself to fixing those things yourself. You're all in. So, what bothers you in Drupal? Since here are some possibilities. The modules hooks system, the field API, menu system, forms API, file management, access permissions, theme system, search, database abstraction layer. So, for those of you who do not like the modules or hook system, was there anyone out there who didn't like the modules and hook system? Surely there's someone who didn't like it. Anyone? No? Well, your gesture is this, even if you're just sitting in your seat, like Captain Hook. Anyone frustrated by the field API?
Crickets.
Yeah, I know. All right, we're gonna rifle on 3 of these. Surely, but if we're not getting someone, there's 8 of them. I don't get someone for one of them. We'll just go back and do this all day. The menu system. Oh, yes. So everyone gets to take a gesture. Your gesture for the menu system is you have to pantomime the menu, and then say, "I'll have the kielbasa." So we went from, there are 3 of you. Was there a 4th? 1, 2, 3. All right. 4. Yes. 5. So all together now, the 5 of you and me. I will do it because I hate the menu system in Drupal 7. 1, 2, 3. I'll have the kielbasa. No, I'm not doing it by myself. 1, 2, 3. I'll have the kielbasa. Excellent. All right. Audience participation. Now, Forms API. That's actually my other act. This is our hobby, Kung Fu. So, right? Karate Kid. So, anyone hate the Forms API? Really? You like it? All right. Power to you. File management. Crickets. Oh, more. Okay. So, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for playing. So, for you hate file management, your gesture is rifling through files. Okay. Ready? So, for anyone, 1, 2. Who else was there? Was it? Thank you. Thank you. So, the 4 of you or 5. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3. And access permissions or security. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So gesture's very simple. Maybe with the sound effect. I think. Do you like the sound effects?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Theme system. So if you don't like the theme system, you point and go, "Ooh, pretty." 1, 2, 3. Ooh, pretty. Search. Yeah. All right. This is the best one so far. All right. So you just pantomime with the binoculars. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. All right. And last but not least, the database abstraction layer. And there is no gesture for this really, except the shrug, because what kind of gesture can you have for database abstraction layer? So, anyone hate the database abstraction layer in Drupal? Yes, all right. So, just shrug. Excellent. So, let's go back through these. Let's skip to, all right, menu system. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'll have the kielbasa. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. 1, 2, 3. I'll have the kielbasa. From the diaphragm. What else? There was file management haters.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Access permission haters. 1, 2, 3. Theme system haters. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, pretty. Search haters. And last but not least, database abstraction layer haters. All right. So what is next? Yeah, I know. That comes in. So Drupal camps are also very famous for their parties and fun atmosphere. In fact, one of the greatest strengths of the communities is that we're not just all brilliant coders, we're all friends as well. Was out last night with some new people, and it's just so easy to make friends in this community. More experienced event goers call this the social track that is not usually features in the official schedule. Now, Wrocław is a great place to be too. I was out last night, and there's all sorts of great stuff to do here. It's a beautiful city. How many people are from Wrocław? So, okay, so this city's new to a lot of you. That's great. So I'm actually regretting the fact that I'm only here for a single weekend, because it looks like a really fun place to party. Now, before we get to that, a moment to orient ourselves. This slide is actually more for me than for you all, although because this is Wrocław, it's my first time here. So I'm just going to read this out loud. Surprisingly, except to Poles, pronounced Wrocław. Wrocław is Poland's 4th largest city and the capital of, oh my goodness. Someone say that please.
Województwo.
Louder.
Województwo.
Województwo of Lower Silesia. Originally in medieval times, built across several islands, the city still has many lovely bridges and beautiful architecture. Not far from the German border, in the country's southeast, Wrocław gets lots of German tourists who call it Breslau. The Rynek Central Square, did I say that right?
Yeah.
All right. Lined by colorful buildings is one of the city's most popular destinations. So, just like things we hated about Drupal, things we love about Wrocław. Some of the perks: architecture, music, food, bars, and attractive Polish people. So, let's talk about this. Architecture. Who is excited about the architecture here? World-class stuff. The old square, the Old Town Square is gorgeous, and Centennial Hall, which I have not seen yet, but I've seen pictures, is incredible, at least from the outside. And so, your gesture, for everyone who loves architecture, you're going to stand up, and you're going to look like at tall buildings. All right? Yeah, you're going to stand up. I know. 1, 2, 3, everyone stand up. Who likes architecture? Excellent. All right, you can stand. Next. You guys know this guy? Who is excited about the music scene here in Wrocław? Okay, I know. Chopin is a little old-fashioned, but I'm an opera singer, and I like that kind of stuff. But nowadays, Poland is actually much better known for death metal, which I thought was really cool. And some of the best of the bands, names like Behemoth and Decapitated, which has to be the best name for a death metal band ever. But we're gonna go with for the gesture here. Who's into the music? Music in general. Come on, keep it. Oh, thank you. So our gesture, we're gonna go with the Chopin for this one. Is playing piano dramatically. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, what's that? Food. Oh my gosh, the food in Poland. When I was here in 2003, sorry, I'm talking too fast. Not talking. When I was here in 2003, the food, I love it. It's to die for. There's so much, and of every kind. Flaki, pierogi, bigos, kielbasa, kaszanka. I ate all of it. It was great. So, gesture. Who likes the food here in Poland? All right, our gesture. can make sounds too if you want. 1, 2, 3. 4. Horse, nightlife. And coincidentally, Wrocław is famous for its large number of nightclubs and pubs, probably to do with how many young students are here, but however. So looking forward to discovering some new ones tonight at the after party. So you drink, the gesture for those of us who like to drink, which hopefully is everybody, is German. I know it's a beer sign. I know, but I live in Germany. So 1, 2, 3. So the big benefit of nightlife in Poland, or really anywhere, is all of the beautiful Polish people. And don't pretend you haven't noticed it. They're everywhere. Also happens to be death metal band. Who says death metal can't be pretty? I mean, after enough drinks, right? Everyone. So, we're going to go with the pretty Polish people and the death metal together. So the gesture. Who likes the pretty Polish people? Women here. So, it's going to be headbanging because of Behemoth. Is this Behemoth or Decapitated? It's one of them. So, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. So, let's go through all the gestures and stand up. Now we're going to stand up and do the gesture when I call you out. So, architecture. Who likes the architecture? Stand up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. Who liked the music? Music. Stand up. Come on. It's just standing up here. Just standing up in place. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. The food. Oh yeah, you're all staying standing. Yeah, you guys know what's going on. Food. 1, 2, 3. Drinking. 1, 2, 3. And last but not least, attractive Polish people. 1, 2, 3. All right. Besides, if you're drinking out all night tonight, it doesn't matter because, well, actually there are sessions tomorrow. Last time I did this, there were no sessions, but there are sessions tomorrow. But they're not that. How early are the sessions tomorrow? What time? 10 o'clock?
Basically, it doesn't make sense to go to sleep.
Yeah, so, drink all night, show up tomorrow at 10 o'clock, you'll be fine. But there's also in the afternoon, there's the code sprint, as Carol already talked about. So, Drupal 8 just got released in beta, which is, I don't know about you guys, kind of exciting because Drupal 8 has some really new cool features. It is such a step up from Drupal 7. Some of those features are multilingual capabilities. You can translate, well, I'll go through each of these in detail. But configuration management, you can almost say goodbye to features. Built-in RESTful web services, effortless authoring, fun and fast theming, and much, much more. So let's talk about each of those a little bit. Multilingual, you can now translate in Drupal 8 anything in a form, anything in the system with built-in user interfaces. It's going to make translation, I would say it breathes. It's going to really, it's a whole new level of making your site multilingual and switching back and forth and all of that jazz. Configuration management. You're going to be able to transport configuration changes and manage versions with ease. And it's been backported to Drupal 7. Has anyone else used the configuration management module yet? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs down. What? All right. You like it better than features? Or you like, or is it?
Features are better.
You like features better? All right. It does certain things better. Well, we'll see what happens. You know what? It's one of those things they decided. We'll see what happens. It tracks certain changes better, I've found. But in terms of deployment, we'll have a conversation about it later. Pluses and minuses. Built-in RESTful web services. Build mobile apps from Drupal as the data source and have a completely different front end, Angular or what have you, or post back to Drupal from the client. This is going to be my favorite, and actually because it's going to be the client's favorite. Using a WYSIWYG editor inline, in-place editing to create formatted content and changes on the fly. This is to me groundbreaking because finally clients cannot complain about how yucky the admin, the back end, not the back end, but like the admin side of Drupal, which has come a long way, but in Drupal 8, it's new generation. And fun and fast theming, yes, that is a twig. So twig templating system, which for those of you who don't know much about it, twig compiles templates down to plain optimized PHP. The overhead compared to regular PHP code is reduced to the very minimum. It's secure. You cannot run PHP code. The data flows in one direction, but you can still have certain control structures like next loops and conditions, if then and whatnot. And Twig is powered by a flexible lexer and parser that allows the developer to define its own custom tags and filters, which is, again, gives the themer control the things the themer should control, but nothing else. So, a little more about D8 and the future. So D8 is going to be the last API rewrite of Drupal for a long, long time. Part of the point of this rewrite is to make sure that we can release Drupal 9 without having to break backwards compatibility, which we've had to do with all of the other versions. Major releases will still have API changes, but not the complete rewrites that we've seen in Drupal so far. So this rewrite has its pluses and its minuses, but it also means that we've had the chance to completely redo a lot of the components that have been frustrating in Drupal 6 and Drupal 7. We've called out a few of those things, but there's a lot more that hasn't even been touched. So, as I already mentioned, first Drupal 8 beta was released a couple weeks ago at DrupalCon, and I'm excited. Is anyone here excited? Yay! All right, we need to do it. 1, 2, 3. Yay! So, well, why aren't we all using Drupal 8 right now? If beta's been released and it's so great? Well, because it has a lot of critical issues still up. No more beta blockers, but a lot of critical issues. 47 critical issues at last count. And some of them are difficult and have a long history, maybe 100 comments in the comment thread. But some of them are really simple. They're low-hanging fruit. So let's take a look. So this first one actually here is actually only considered a major issue, not a critical issue, but it was featured. If you look up to groups.drupal.org/core/thisweekin_Drupal TWIDC, you'll see that this is one of the items listed there. They were hoping to handle it in the pre-beta Amsterdam sprints. It has not been touched in almost a month, and this would be an awesome issue to look at tomorrow at the sprints. For y'all here in What's Up to say, nah, you guys in Amsterdam didn't get to this, but we did it. So take a look at that one. Also, let's take a look at those active criticals. I don't know how to do this. Guess it's over. Wait a second. This is going to be. How do I break up here? I have this open right. Boom. All right. 47 of those. Of the criticals, and I can give out if you didn't copy down the bit.ly link, I'll go back in a second. But, there's lots of stuff in here, and even though they're critical, some of them, not all of them are complicated. You can look at that more on your own. Let's go back to the presentation. How do I get to present? All right, so there's the bit.ly 1ST, capital A, Y, capital R, U. And every component, no matter what you're passionate about, Drupal 8 Core can use your help. Whether you're a themer or developer, whether you want to work on database stuff or system stuff or routing, I lost mine. Where did those go? I did my presentation notes. It's really challenging to do this. Open speakers. Oh, not over here.
Spoiler warning.
All right, where are we? So, there's lots to be done, and the best place to help out is at a Drupal camp like this one. You know, at the bigger cons, very exciting, thousands of people, but you get lost in there's just so many people. It's hard to get, you know, a little bit of attention to get started with contributing back to Drupal core. It's very, you know, it's relatively simple. If you know Git, you know Drush, you can be set up in, you know, in minutes really. It's a tool. This is a tool that we all use to, as Mike said, we all use this tool to make money, and so it's nice to be able to give a little bit back. So, that's it. Are there any questions about this last part, about the contrib stuff? Cool. So, thank you everyone for getting here so early. I mean, maybe 10 o'clock isn't early, but we are developers, we are programmers, and 10 o'clock is sometimes very, very early. So, looking forward to a bunch of fantastic sessions today and tomorrow, and the sprint tomorrow. And let's get one more woohoo to close this out on. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Thank you all so much.